evening. Well, early evening, anyways, because it's literally just after 6 p.m. So, good evening and welcome to my Club of Cottontales. I'm Amber Motherfucking Lewis, and if you've read the title, moisture was in fact gained. Content was needed. I tell you what, content truly was needed, and it was had, and it was great. Um, yeah, yeah. So now I'm gonna enjoy, hopefully, a nice little Saturday evening meeting here in my Club of Cottontails. You know, as long as the universe, my body, life, technology, all the things that make the content willing are willing. It has been a very interesting today. Very interesting today. It has been very interesting today. It has been a very interesting day in general. Just like on the whole, it's been a very interesting day. But all that matters is that moisture was gained. Tis fat Saturday. It is just after 6 p.m. here in the beautiful state of Washington. And, yeah. Enjoy some Club Cottontailery. Yes, indeedy. Hopefully, just like our third meeting, we actually get to end this one when we want to. That's always the hope. Um, but technology was a bit interesting earlier, so you never know. Alright, get the moist content spread. Also, I have some tea, but I'll probably have to make some more here once it's gone. Mm. I love that the tea that I'm drinking is called Raspberry Royale. kind of live for that. Considering, we're playing a battle royale. It's like it's the tea of the rumbles. Come on. Oh. We are live right motherfucking now, if you didn't already know. This will, I won't say it will be our last one, but this is our fourth. 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth Club Cottontale meeting for today. Today is Saturday, the 26th of September 2020. We lovingly call Saturdays Saturdays. So happy Saturday. I hope you've had a good one. My day has been interesting. It's been a mentally good day, which has been helpful. And definitely, yeah, I'm thankful for the last Club Cottontale meeting, the one that we had before this one. We were actually able to end it when I wanted to. Technology was being quite willing. And then I was able to enjoy someone else's content. Like, Posey is telling me all the time to watch other people's, meetings, not just have my own. And all I can say is I was like watching a horror game, which, oh my fucking god. So, what was it called? It was like a Anomaly Stalker or some shit like that. I don't even know. But the music was very panic inducing. I actually had to stop watching because the music, I just couldn't take it no more. My chest was like the whole time. But one thing that I super loved about it is that, like, I just found myself, like, laughing, like, just, like, enjoying myself to the fullest extent, and that was really nice. You know what I mean? We definitely needed some hearty lulls in our life. So that was really nice. You know what I mean? There's definitely some moisture gained from that. Hence the title of this lovely Club Cottontale meeting, which technically is the fifth one of the day, but only the fourth one in existence. Like I said, it's been an interesting day. I had planned on walking to the little store to go get myself some energy drinks, but I'm kind of glad that it started raining because it made it to where I just made myself some caffeinated tea, which I prefer anyways. Um, content is now spread to perfection, if perfection was a thing. I'm just gonna make sure. Yes, Amber motherfucking Lewis has shared a link. We are live right motherfucking now. Come say hello, Cottontails. We have gained some moisture on this fine ass Saturbae, and I want to share some of it with you. Hopefully, of course, get some conversation, but you know, I definitely got some good conversation in today. It was via content. It may not have been my own content. I did get a little bit of conversation here in Club Kottontale, but to be honest, it was more panic and triggering than helpful. You know what I mean? Which triggering experiences are helpful in themselves, but just not in the way of, you know, me sitting and watching someone's others content and just enjoying their meeting for what it brought. It was nice. Not gonna lie. 47 out of 10. I recommend just chilling and chatting with someone in a live stream, which is so funny because you would think that more people would come to it here in Club Kottontale with me, because it is really nice to just kind of like chat with someone as they're like gaming, you know what I mean? Like, oh, oh damn. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, because I don't want to carry a teacup full of hot ass water over the thing, I'm gonna leave this in here, but I'm gonna go get a tea bag and then start the water. So then we can have some fresh tea, which I'm gonna take my headset off. So it's funny, as I did mention that soon I would have to make some more tea. I didn't think it would be that soon, so my bad. But I will be right back, and then we'll enjoy a bolio. At least we have Asbot here telling you what 420 is for us. apparently Rainbow is like a 80-year-old because she's eating dinner already. Now, she used to eat dinner this early, but she usually, all week, she gets dinner between 6:45 and 7 o'clock. And she's, like, when I went out there, she was already in her high chair, had been eating on a biscuit, so I can only imagine at like 6. She probably went to the high chair, but whatever. To each their own. It's gotta be fucking confusing for her, though. Anyways, the things that we see when we're just trying to get some more tea, right? It did smell like delicious ass broccoli out there, though. That was nice. But I'm just kind of flabbergasted because it's only 6:16. You know what I mean? Like, I literally don't start her dinner until 6:45, so I'm just surprised that nearly an hour earlier than she's used to having dinner, he's getting dinner going for her. I don't understand that, but and I could speculate on whatever's, but we're gonna do our best to just goose fra bra that and get back to the moisture that was gained from watching a fellow creator's content. I couldn't take any more of the game because it was like a scary type game. Had like Fallout vibes, but was like way creepier. Way creepier. The music itself was very, very panic inducing. And they even said that the music like was made to sort of do that. Oh man. Yeah, we didn't like it. um, but it was nice to get, some good conversation just consistently. I actually, if you follow me on Snapchat, you already knew that, we were kind of getting back to a place where we were moist enough to be able to come back and have some more Club Kottontale. Otherwise, I was almost thinking about like heading to bed hella early. You know what I mean? I definitely need to try my best to plan stuff every weekend. Like, we need to try to get away from the house every weekend because that's going to be the best just all around. Because I just have so much anxiety being around him, and especially when I'm seeing that he's doing stuff that just doesn't make sense, like doing her dinner nearly an hour sooner. But what up, girl? How you doing? Hopefully you're having a good Saturday evening. It's early evening for me. It's actually almost 6:19 right now. It's almost 6:20 p.m., which is perfect. That will be Hawaii's 4:20. So our first toke of our evening Saturday meeting will be a 4:20 somewhere, and not just 4:20 somewhere, but an Aloha 4:20. So I'm down. I'm down for that. But no, speaking of the content that I got to watch earlier, that definitely helped gain the moisture. Well, I mean, that's still a few hours. 9, 9 in the evening. If it was like 11:19, then I would definitely say it's almost Sunday for you. But 9 at night on a Saturday, for most people, that's like the night is young. You know what I mean? But I get you. It was not an awesome day. It was a day. But moisture was gained, like the title says, and that's all that matters. So Aloha and 420. mm, the moisture gained. It was nice just to laugh. And then also it was really funny, like a few times something in game would happen and we literally both would say what the fuck at the same time. It was nice. But I'm glad you're having an awesome day. quite an interesting day. The few hours spent um, with watching others content, and then of course the Club Kottontale content today, other than that little bit when Georgia chatted with us, and then that little bit when Jamie popped in, and, well, now when Tippy Poo's talking to us, other than those moments, the Club Kottontale meetings today were just very triggering. The last meeting, actually, it said content needed. And it's funny, as content was needed, but not necessarily my own content. Definitely me watching someone else's stream, enjoying their content, chatting with them, laughing, being terrified, like, because they were playing a really creepy-ass game. That was so nice. It's so nice on so many levels. Like, I was getting that social bit, of getting to chat with someone consistently, you know what I mean, who's not just gonna, like, it's kind of annoying to me when sometimes I'm trying to have a conversation with someone, and instead of them having a conversation, they just like, how are you? Like, it's like the same conversation on repeat when, like, that's not how life is. But anyways, so it was nice that he's not that type of person. And he's very much like me. Other than, like, his content is 100% like, he's just a Pacific Northwest stoner playing video games, and he wants someone to chat with. That's, like, the purpose of his meetings. My content exists to help me. So, like, obviously I hope to get the conversation, but everything about doing live streams is triggering, so it's helping me desensitize myself to that sort of trigger. Like, if he has anxiety with streaming, he definitely doesn't show it. But anyways, getting to watch the other content was nice on a lot of different levels, because I got to chat with someone, but also shows me a game that I might not play, but it was an interesting game. And then also, if the content creator that you're watching is not bad to look at, if they're easy on the eyes for you, it can make it more enjoyable. And I know that's a thing here in Club Kottontale, and I already know I give so many people confused boners, because, like, I'm the type of person, like, I'm gonna feel all of my emotions sort of thing. So it's like, someone will come in who I know is really just only here to, like, leer after me because they find me attractive, and I'll be, like, crying or something like that, and they don't even know how to handle it, because, they essentially were just here to fap. And it's like, the best part about me watching my buddy's content is, like, I totally have fapped to him. Like, you know how they're like, if you could get $1 every time someone's masturbated to you, like, he'd definitely have a few dollars from me. But I think it'd be mutual dollars at this point. Anywhoosies. It's nice, you know what I mean? That's why I wish I had more people that were like me, who enjoy content for what it is. So it's like, you're here just to chill, but if you happen to get more from it, that's a bonus. That's fucking hot. Okay, so I just got this beautiful cup of tea, right? You guys, actually, you can kind of see the steam that's coming off of it. That's terrifying. I'm putting this down now before someone gets hurt. Oh, I'm gonna go for it. Hold on. Don't try this at home. Okay, yeah, it's a little hot, but it's not bad. I always test it with the tip of my tongue. Apparently that's an animal trait. Okay. Ooh, I don't trust that. Okay, let's put this somewhere where it's not potentially gonna get trampled by a fucking phone. Okay. God damn, that was so... Ooh, that was scary. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Tiffy. I appreciate that. I love my Club Kottontale meetings, too. Like, my Club of Kottontales, because really, if I'm here by myself, I have DID. For someone who doesn't know what DID is, it's a behavioral disorder most commonly known as multiple personality disorder. So, if I'm here, it's definitely not just a Club of Kottontale. me by myself because there's a bunch of us. So, but I love it. You know what I mean? It is just simply that. It's just a club that you come and hang out. You can chat. I prefer if you chat. I was gonna say you can lurk, because lurking has a purpose, but um, it's just always been a sort of thing. Like you can come. You don't have to come. You can enjoy it for what it is. You don't have to. Like, I'm gonna continue to do what I do, and that's why, like, when I'm feeling good, like, moisture was gained from, you know, previousness. So I'm definitely feeling a lot more like right now than earlier. Earlier, I'm just like, fuck the lurkers. But I mean, lurkers serve a purpose for so many different reasons. But mainly, people who lurk and watch incognitally and watch it as posted content and leave opinions, like, you Cottontails are the ones that make my platform possible for me to utilize it the way that I do. Like, YouTube would let me utilize it in general, but the only way that it gets an algorithm to potentially get other people is because someone actually watches it, enjoys it, and potentially, like, spreads the content. You know what I mean? So I hope that I convey it as much as possible with all of the erraticness that is me, myself, and the Cottontails. Like, I hope that I convey enough how much I appreciate anyone who tunes into my content, whether you like Cottontail, whether you like Dick, whether you want to troll me, whether you want to actually chat with me, like, whatever reason it is that you come to my club, I appreciate it, because that's what Club Cottontail exists for. Now, obviously, it first and foremostly is mine, so for me, if I say something that's triggering for someone else, you can leave. You have that choice, right? If someone triggers me, I mean, I could leave, I could end the meeting, but that kind of defeats the purpose. So for me, I try to desensitize myself to it, and if that's not the case, I let them know, hey, you're being too much, that doesn't work, timeouts, potentially getting rid of them. You know, it's a fine line, because I've met some really cool people who were first and foremostly a troll and said some really interesting things to me. But I now have true blue friendships that, you know, like, you never really would have thought of could have come from something like that, you know? But it can. That's so crazy. Oh, thank you. Tiffy Poo says, so I enjoy listening to you tell me stories and express your feelings. Thank you. I like that you enjoy me expressing my feelings, because that's like what Club Cottontail is, you know, me just being me and having a place to do that. Um, having having any behavioral disorder is gonna make your feelings and emotions erratic, but I especially have a mood disorder, so I you know what I'm feeling. You know what I mean? Or at least you think you know, like, because a lot of people convey my, like, sometimes people think that my excitement trigger is that I'm angry. They're like, why are you mad? And I'm like, oh my god, who's mad? You know what I mean? Because I'm actually feeling like exuberant. You know what I mean? When they're saying, like, you're mad. Or, like, when I actually am mad, they're like, oh, what did one person say? It's just like, it's like people like to assume what I'm feeling, and it's like, man, I barely know what I'm feeling. Like, good luck on trying to assume the many emotions, a broad spectrum of emotions. Like, because you have to think about all the emotions that you feel, and then imagine not having some kind of control over it. You know what I mean? For the most part, as we get older, we have the ability to be like, you know, it's the sort of thing like you're in the middle of school and you just found out some exciting news, but you don't scream it at the top of your lungs, sort of thing. You might, but most likely you won't. You know what I mean? Most people have that kind of forethought of doing that. I don't. I've learned it over years. Like, I have a shit ton of mindfulness. Mindfulness is a great tool, by the way. You do both. And, like, when I first met you, obviously it was like, that's one thing I appreciate about, like, you and anyone else who has had moments where I was triggered for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Because I have a lot of fucking triggers, and that's what's gonna happen, and then I'm gonna work through it. You know what I mean? True individuals who understand that other people go through things, they come back. You know what I mean? Someone who just wants to make fun of me, or they actually purposely or trying to make me feel a certain type of way, they don't come back, and they, you know, continue to do the same sort of behavioral thing. But I've always I always kind of try to take things for face value. So if I meet someone who does both chatting and lurking, like obviously it's a little bit easier for me to understand when they do it. Sometimes though, because when I'm on a mentally low moment and like I have a person that's just like lurking more than chatting, and I'm like, really? Especially if it's someone that I've known for a long period of time. That's something else too. People that I've known longer, I don't have as much patience for them as someone who's brand new, because someone who's brand new has no fucking idea what's about to go down. They have no idea that, like, it could be a mentally high day and I'm still feeling sad and lonely or something. It can be a mentally low day and I'll still feel happy. Like it's a whole broad spectrum of a rainbow of Cottontale. And someone who's brand new, who has no idea who I am, they have to get to know bits and pieces of it. And then also understand that whereas I appreciate them being here, it's not necessary for me to continue to enjoy what I do. It's not funny, but see, the thing about trolls is they don't always say horrible things. Like, I've met ones that just say things for attention, you know what I mean? Obviously the ones who are just seeking to be vicious, homie, don't play that game. You know what I mean? You want to tell me that, you like to roll and poo because it makes you come? Troll on, baby. But you want to tell me how, you know, X is the reason why I deserve to blanket a blank to the Y. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between being a troll and a troll. You know what I mean? And for me, I'm weeding that out. Because the ones who are just trying to be trolls, like, for the most part, they ain't trying to actually be vicious, rude, or anything like that. Even if some of the things come off as somewhat rude, like, most of the time they just want to be noticed. Or they're trying to find individuals who are similar to themselves. You know what I mean? Because there's people, like, for me, I have a little bit of a cynical, like, jokester side to me, but I hate pranks. You know what I mean? I'm an oxymoron. I really am. Because it's a fine line of, like, what I like and what I don't like, but it's also because at any given time, it's like which amber is driving the flesh wheel right now, you know? Like, right now, I feel like I feel the most like myself right now, if that makes sense. Like, you have your main personality, the one that, when you have an inner monologue, that's the one that you hear. I feel like that's me right now because I am a very optimistic person, and everything happens for a reason, And I already know that me feeling more like myself came from having the mindfulness to watch the other content, because I'm not a big person. Like, I really, and it still gives me super anxiety even chatting with my buddy. Like, I just don't really like watching live streams and chatting in them. That's why I understand people who lurk. For me, I prefer if they watch it incognitally. When I learned that was a thing, I was like, ooh. Like, my sissy wolf. My sissy wolf could literally be watching right now. She watches a lot. She'll just put me on in the background. And then, when she feels like chatting, she does. But I totally understand that. You know what I mean? When I created my YouTube channel, it was just so I could subscribe to Graveyard Girl. and I didn't even, like, I had been already watching her channel for a few years before I finally wanted to like something. And then, like, I at first I didn't want to do it because it was like, you gotta do this so you can do this. And I was like, I don't know about this. Man. Yeah. Nah, it's, like, I only somewhat, to be honest, I remember that it makes me have chest pains, but to be honest, that's all I remember. I can guarantee or speculate on a guarantee that you were speaking with a different Amber. Like, having DID, you're gonna get one of the many varieties of me, and I have a lot. More than, well, when I was younger, I was ashamed of it, you know what I mean? That's why I have my no shame motto now, because I'm not ashamed of who I am. I'm not ashamed that, sometimes I'm switched over to someone else and I don't really remember what's going on. Like, bits and pieces. Like I said, like, I vaguely, it's like I remember the feeling. I remember the feeling that I had, but I don't remember. And it's the sort of thing, don't tell me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to know. It's one of those things, like, it was a triggering experience and got through it. That's all that matters to me, is that whether, whatever it was, it got through it. So it doesn't matter if it was a misconception or, straight up me just being a different Amber, or, like, because a lot of things with people who have, mood disorders and DID is that something triggers you so hard that you just flip. And you don't remember anything and your actions tend to be erratic. That's a huge reason why I can't work. That and a lot of the physical sort of thing. But having DID and trying to work yeah, no. And then putting on top of it, I developed work anxiety from years of keeping it all to myself. It's the sort of thing that I'm very thankful yet again for Club Kottontale. Like, this is a I fucking love you Club Kottontale moment if I've ever had one, because if I hadn't created Club Kottontale, I would not have a place that's helping me to continue a journey that I don't want to do. You know what I mean? The very first time I ever, fucking applied for my Social Security benefits was a decade ago. You know what I mean? And it's so crazy. You know what I mean? But this is it. You know what I mean? This is that moment where, I'm going to be strong, because strength comes from knowing what you need to do and doing it, not trying to overly exhaust yourself. The weakness comes from trying to do everything and not asking for help. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fine line. Nah, man, I would not wish any sort of behavioral or mental challenge on any other person. It is exhausting. You know what I mean? Yep, I've watched that movie. When I watched that movie, I resonate with that movie. There's lots of things that he does just in general that I very much like, and it's hard for me to watch movies like that sometimes because it is so triggering to me, because I'm resonating with this, and then it's even more difficult because you might be watching the movie with people who are going, oh, you know, at, gasping at the literal thing that I'm thinking, damn, like, I feel you, main character, like, I feel you, and the person next to me is going, oh my god, you know what I mean? It's difficult, but it also is the sort of thing, that's why I share, like, me. For one, I'm sharing it for myself because I watch my own content and I'm able to evolve myself as a human, and just a being in general, by watching my own content and listening to, me, myself, and I do its thing. But, nah, like, it's, I'm thankful for a lot of things, especially medicine, but the mindfulness that I have gotten, because the mindfulness is what helps you when people just don't fully understand or don't want to understand what you may go through. You know what I mean? So, ooh, my tea is probably cooled off. No, and then the crazy part is too about behavioral disorders. So let's say, someone has multiple personality disorder, or DID, and for people who don't know what DID stands for, it's dissociative identity disorder, DID. Dissociative. That word is so fancy and large. Anyways, it's different for each person. So, and mine's projective. So, yummy. It used to weird me out when I first learned that, you know, I have projective DID. It was kind of like, what the actual fuck? But it's kind of nice, you know what I mean? Like, it still weirds me out sometimes that Blue Bear remembers things that I can't. But at the same time, it's me. You know what I mean? That's one thing that I'm really being mindful on, is that it is me remembering. Like, even though to me, it's me talking to Blue Bear and him telling me what the thing was, but it is all me. So, whereas, like, I didn't remember it, I did remember it. If that makes sense. And honestly, because you were saying that you couldn't imagine DID, which I have it, and I barely can imagine it. When it comes to just any behavioral disorder, it's the sort of thing that I think for anyone who goes through it, at some point it's going to feel just like constant chaos, but you can gain control over it. You know what I mean? You can be like Storm from X-Men and control it. Um, with mindfulness and other tools. For me, I have a lot of different tools. This right now, this live stream, my Club of Kottontale's meeting, this is one of my tools. My mindfulness is a tool. Yoga is a tool. My therapist, Hosey Posey, that I see twice a month, she's definitely a main one. But I feel like mindfulness is definitely the top one, because mindfulness is that tool within yourself to realize right from wrong and what is the best choice. You know, we all have that sort of bit of like, okay, for example, the self-harm or harming of others, a thought that most people have had and just are scared to talk about it. I'm not scared to talk about it, because believe me, I have had some way scarier thoughts than harming myself or others. Just saying. Now, the thing is that you've had the thought, okay, and then you have another thought. Even if you have a bunch of other ones along with it, you have a thought of, okay, I want to hurt myself, and then you go, no, I shouldn't do that. That's bad. The result would be negative. You know what I mean? And then you think of another one. Your mindfulness comes into play when you don't do it. You don't act upon it. That is mindfulness. And it is one hell of a tool, you know what I mean? And it's all just your brain tool. But that's literally like, you know, kind of very like harsh, but blatant way of being, here's mindfulness, in a nutshell. Like, you have the thought of, I want to hurt myself, and then you don't do it. That is mindfulness. Thoughts can get so erratic, and that's something that I've learned by therapy, is that just because you think it doesn't make you a bad person, doesn't mean that you're gonna do it. Just because you think it doesn't mean you're gonna do it. Like, I need a lot of people to understand that, because as a person who has a lot of thoughts that, like, I truly am terrified sometimes to talk about it even to my therapist, because I think that she's gonna admit me to a hospital or something like that, you know what I mean? And she's the one that explained to me that, the thoughts are just thoughts. It's the forethought of not doing it and not acting upon it, or seeking help. You know what I mean? Some people, they don't have that. They have this thought, and then they go, I'm gonna fucking do it. And then, like, some people do it, unfortunately, and then some people go, I'm gonna get help. You know what I mean? And those are the strong people. Those are the people like myself who are consistently helping themselves. And that's why me sharing on a consistent basis who I am and just being myself so people can see all the different levels of Cottontale. I mean, we've had 4 meetings today. If you were to watch every bit of content from fucking September 26, 2020, you'd be like, damn, that bitch is crazy. But in all the right ways, because, you know what, I'm sharing it and there's someone watching it who hasn't been able to find that confidence within their own mental yet, and they probably are having these thoughts and feelings that terrify them and maybe even act upon some of the stuff, and they don't want to. And knowing that they're not alone helps, but also knowing that taking that first step to get help is so difficult, but it will be helpful after that. Like, oh, see, I'm getting chest pain just thinking about it. Like, I remember the first time that I went as an adult for therapy where I knew that I wanted to truly help myself. Because in my early 20s, I had tried to go to therapy, and I was doing it for all the wrong reasons. And I'm glad that I've had mindfulness, because I essentially had a thought of like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna do this, but I could do this with it, and I just basically stopped going. You know what I mean? And I'm sure that looked bad for them, but it was the best thing for me to do, and that was my mindfulness. But I'm really glad that, you know, November of 2015, I was just at my wit's end. It was a few months after I had no longer been working, because September 2015 was the last time that I worked. And, you know, I'd been on my Social Security journey, and I was just, I can't do this by myself. And you know, basically I put my mental health challenges into a search engine, and it brought up different people in my area who were qualified on those certain disorders. And that's how I found Al. And then Al is the one that found Hosey Posey. So I started seeing Al November of 2015, and I started seeing Hosey Posey January of 2016. And I'm still seeing Hosey Posey. 4 years. 4 beautiful years. And it's great. You know what I mean? They were actually there when I created Club Kottontale. They were actually the ones that I told about, you know, my ideas that I had been thinking about for years. And it was months of me talking to both Al and Hosey Posey before I finally was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. You know? And I'm really glad I did. It's so crazy to think. It's so crazy to think that, like, just before... No, it's not crazy to think, because Club Kottontale in itself is therapy. It is... Man. Ah, goddamn. See, now, like, I'm in such a good mood that I can't just stop thinking about where I gained my moisture from, and I'm telling you, sometimes it is really hard to not just thirst over human beings. Hell yeah, me too, Tiffy, me too. She's like, I'm glad you have tools to work with. Me too, I mean, and it's that thing is that you have to find your tools. A lot of people like, oh, I wish I had something. It's like, well, you have to find something. Like, you can't just sit there and go, I wish I had this thing, and then not do it. You know what I mean? I have so many different tools that I utilize on a daily basis, from stretching to, you know, positive affirmations in my own brain, you know, utilizing my other personalities in like a positive sort of way, like conversing like a fucking conference room, if you will, you know, and then so many other things. Like, that's one thing, is that it's not just one thing. There's never going to be one thing that's going to make something exponentially better. Like, it might make it a little better, but it's always going to be other stuff along with it. Just that constant evolution of oneself. Yep. It was indeed Club Kottontale from the beginning. My name, Amber Motherfucking Lewis. So, my channel that I'm streaming from, I made that December 9th, 2012. I think, like, you can go into the channel, it tells you when it was started. From, you know, December of 2012 till July of 2016, it was just me utilizing YouTube how I would. And I was Amber S, my maiden name, until I got married, which was March 2016. So, for 3.5 years, it was Amber S, and then it became Amber Lewis. And then, when I knew I was gonna start utilizing my channel, I was like thinking of different names, and I was gonna do just my name, Amber M. Lewis, or Amber Missy Lewis, and I was like, nah, that's lame. And I was like, Amber M. I was like, Amber Motherfucking Lewis. And yeah, like, May of 2016, I made my name Amber Motherfucking Lewis. July 14th of 2016, Amber Motherfucking Lewis had her first Club Cottontail meeting. And I mean, it wasn't like right off the bat, because it's the whole thing is none of this was planned. Everything, the only thing planned is to have something to help me. That's why I created it, to help myself mentally and physically. That was it. And I'm Cottontail. So I called other people Cottontail. Like, it it was right from the get-go. Like, I would have to go watch the content, like, but I don't think it was the first one, but it was definitely all within, like, July of 2016 that, like, Mooiisstt, and when Mooiisstt first happened, it was spelled MOO, four S's, and 5 T's. That's how Mooiisstt used to be spelled. Before I just put the MOOIISST, which by like that was like August of 2016 when that Mooiisstt came to be. But the first Mooiisstt was extravagant because I would just go Mooiisstt, you know what I mean? My elongated Mooiisstt, because that's me changing the word moist, like water, Moist, wet, and then taking a word that means wet and making it mean to be 100% yourself, like, that, like, yeah, it was all there, because it's just organic, it just comes out of you, like, all the content exists. That's one thing I like about YouTube, is other than ones that's had cum spills, sometimes we lost a bit of content along the way, but, it's like 1,200 fucking videos on my YouTube. But no, that's the one thing, is a lot of people think my YouTube channel name is Club Cottontail. Like, most people are like, wait, your channel's name is Amber Motherfucking Lewis? I'm like, yup. And it was like that before I started my channel. Like, and really, like, my Club of Cottontails, it started with my YouTube, but it's all of my social media platforms that I utilize for myself. You know, I'm following the rules, the laws, the regulations and such that I have to, and I'm just, utilizing it for myself. I can only imagine that the three emojis is to the original Mooiisstt. Yo, yeah, no, like, it was bad. Like, can you imagine having to type? But see, I liked it because it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 essentially. You know what I mean? But like, oh my god, see, I don't even like this right now. I feel like I'm fucking it up already, and I'm not. Okay. God damn. What, we're past Amber? You were crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god. See, that's essentially how it's said when that word is being, so it's like the spelling is the shorter one and the way you say it is the other one. Fuck, I'm a weirdo, man. I love it though. I feel like it's not even like, if you can embrace the fact that you're a little bit different or odd, more power to you, because just love yourself. Like, life is so fucking hard for everyone, and I feel like the more you let everyone do what they do, like, you believe in what you believe in, you let others believe in what they believe in, and you just enjoy life for what it is. You know what I mean? Like, that's the fucking best. Like, And it honestly will flabbergast people, and that's what I love about it, is that there is people out there who have their religions and their beliefs, and someone who doesn't have it, they're like, that's cool. They might have a debate, like, because sometimes you might be curious to why someone believes in something, and then you have a healthy debate, but you never try to get them like, oh, your belief is wrong, I think you should believe in this. It's more like, hey, that's awesome, because a belief is just something that's getting a person through their life, and life is difficult. So if someone has a belief system that's helping them get through their life, oh my, do it. You know what I mean? A lot of people go, oh, you hate Christians. I'm like, no, 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 no. I hate people who push their religion on me. Do they just happen to be Christian a lot? Yes. And even like my mom, she's a Christian. She's like, oh my God. She's like, I feel you on that one. She's like, why, like, she's like, those are the ones that tell me that I'm a bad Christian because I don't go to church. Like, I'm sorry. No, just because you don't go to something doesn't all of a sudden mean that you don't believe in it. Like, that is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. But there's a lot of people that believe that, you know what I mean? Like, I've actually met people who believe in the universe who say that I don't fully... God, it gives me chest pains. Because it doesn't make sense to me. Oh, it doesn't make sense to me how they can do this. But a person who believes in the universe, they don't believe that I'm fully believing in the universe because I don't convene with nature on a regular basis. I kill spiders, ergo, I don't like the universe. There is a lot of people who believe that when I kill a spider, I get bad karma. And maybe I do. Maybe the universe is down deep that way. But, oh gosh, see, it's giving me chest pains. Like, these people, like, I mean, like, what? Like, you're so open-minded, but then, like, just not all the way. Oh, it gives me chest pains. Because it's like, you believe in the same thing that I believe in, but because I don't do something that you do, it means that I don't believe in it as much as you do. You know what I mean? That is just, that's chaotic thought. Oh, man. I feel bad for any unopen-minded people. Ugh. Like, I will never like any person who wants to down someone else for their belief, and how they choose to believe in it, too. Oh my gosh, this tea is so fucking good! Oh, raspberry royale with my cute... Shout out to Nicolioli. Oh, wait, there you go. Meow! You can see the kitty cat face right there. Meow! It's so cute, right? And then the Sailor Moon teacup. I love it so much. So, it has Sailor Moon, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Mars, Sailor Jupiter, my favorite. And last but certainly not least, we have Sailor Venus. It's a Sailor Scoutio, and they're amazing. They're moist as a motherfucker. Shit. Oh, you guys, it's almost the end of the month, so, all of my subscriptions are public, because I don't even give no fucks, but I'm subscribed to Mama Kottontale, which is my family-friendly channel with Rainbow. Anyone who enjoys wholesome and adorable content should definitely subscribe to Mama Kottontale. The last day of each month is when Rainbow and Mama Kottontale drop some wholesome and much needed content during... So weird to say content, but as long as visualize I'm saying content with a K, it makes it so much more organic. But that's why Mama Kottontale's got the content, and Amber motherfucking Lewis got the content. You dig? But anyways, like, in the month of June, which was Junior's birthday month, we did some throwback. Oh, it was so cute. We did some throwback of some videos when she was not even a year old. It was adorable. And I'm glad that I uploaded that, because that's, like, some of the first times of, like, her talking. So, it's pretty adorable. There's also one that is a recent one from this year. If you want to get some of the most adorable advice I recommend. I'm pretty sure that's what the title even says. It's like advice from Rainbow or something like that. Like it's the cutest thing in the whole entire world. Like Uh, apparently that's one of my nephew's favorites. He'll watch that one a lot. He's like, it's like she's telling me something. And it's like, yep. He's like, but I don't know what she's trying to tell me. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, oh. It's adorable. So my nephew is 8 years old, but he's autistic, and so it's actually quite lovely because Rainbow being 2 years and 3 months old, and you know Deshaun having kind of like, oh man, it's a weird and interesting run right now because he is learning quite well, but he also regresses sometimes. So it's like I would say that he's like in an age realm of like 4 or 5 ish to about 7. Like he's almost to where I would think an 8-year-old might be, but not quite. He's definitely. Gosh, he's come such a far away though. I remember when my mom first got custody of him, like he was, let's see, he would have been 4. Because he was born April of 2012. Yeah, he would have been almost 4. Um, So, kids at that time don't really have like any like super word verbalization, but they would have sentence if like they had people talking to her. I know this because Rainbow. I mean, maybe she's just a talkative toddler, but there would be something, you know what I mean? And his main ways of communicating at that time was in barking. You know what I mean? So, and he was like, it was crazy. I'm just very thankful that he's been with my mom for the last, gosh, now 4 years? Well, just before that, so 5 years? Yeah. It's come a long way. Mm. That tea hit a spot. Oh. All right. Ooh. My phone self-adjusts. Convenient. All right. Our tea is finished, which was my caffeine. I'm glad that one, I didn't go get an energy drink, and I didn't take the bait of the caffeinated soda. Oh my gosh, that moment when Tinder added this thing called Swipe Night, it's actually kind of fun. I like interactive sort of things like that, so it definitely got me with that. Dating apps on the whole, I still stand by that it's like anything. You can have something that is geared for something, but it's going to be utilized the way that people utilize it. So, the main person utilizing my club of Cottontails is me, so obviously it gets utilized the way that I would think it would, but most people have a lot more other traffic, especially like with the dating app, so you have an oversaturation of people only looking for casual stuff, or just in general weirdness, and I don't mean like weird like me, but I have made some real connections. I mean, some were real connections that, were more of a lesson learned, because that's how life is. You're going to constantly learn lessons. Um, that's good, you know. But I'm definitely going to try to keep on to that mindfulness throughout the week of just, like utilizing the connections I have made, and understanding that I am more extroverted than most people, so I am going to be the one that texts people first more often, but also I'm going to keep in mind that for a future spouse for myself, I'm going to want someone who is more extroverted like myself and is someone that I can text, every day and they'll respond, within a timely manner. So, or in general. I think that that's something else that I learned from recent situations is that, like, if someone is honest about them being not punctual, I'll have to be honest that I don't think I can do that because I need someone to be, punctual with life. Ow. Why? I hate when the skin splits. My thumb has a splittily split right there. Oh man. Gosh, they are super cute. I mean, not everyone's cup of tea, but I think they're super cute. Sergeant Smashing on Twitch. That's my buddy that be doing his streaming thing, playing games that I would never play. But it's just like I don't like. For me, I'm not tuning into a live stream to watch the content on the screen. I'm tuning in for the person. I'm, looking at their reactions to the game. If sometimes the game pulls me in, but I'm there to chat with them. So it's kind of nice that my buddy does streams that literally, like, when he goes live, like, I'm like, ah, shit. Like, if I have time to watch, like, that's the whole purpose, is that he's, hoping to have someone to chat with. So that is fucking nice. Like, and I'm really glad that I have Hosey Posey. She is a huge bit in just keeping my mindfulness going. And she tells me that it's me. And I know this because, like, it's what got me to the point of reaching out to Al and finding her, you know what I mean? Like, that ability of knowing, like, hey, I could use some help, and knowing that that's strength, not weakness. Because I have a motherfucker up here that constantly likes to tell me that I'm a weak-ass bitch because I need therapy. And I'm sorry, if I would be a weak-ass bitch if I didn't go to therapy. Not because I need it. It would be if I knew I needed it and chose not to go. That would make me a weak-ass bitch. I'm a strong-ass bitch battling what is hurting me head on, you know what I mean? Shit. But we just don't feel that way about ourselves. Honestly, like, the Mooiisstt-ure was game from watching that previous content in so many reasons, in so many ways. Part ways I don't even want to talk about because, I mean, yeah. Yes. It's probably obvious. Like, I don't know. I'm usually the type of person, like, if I say someone's cute, it usually means that I have a crush on them. Usually. Like, so I may or may not. Oh man, I can say I have a crush on a Twitch streamer. Hey, that's kind of cool. Nah. You know what is cool is my tattooist. She sometimes will do streams via Twitch. I don't think she's able to right now because with the regulations of COVID, like, everything's very sterilized. I've never worn my mask for that long. More power to, like, anyone who has to wear a mask for more than 4 hours, you're a fucking savage. And someone who's wearing it for literally 8, 10, 12, 24 hours plus, y'all are fucking immortal. Like, I can't even. I'm like, you're a celestial being at this point in time. You're your own atom. Like, what? And if you wear glasses on top of that, like, you're like top tier being. Like, you have to wear a mask for fucking 12 hours out of the day and you wear glasses, like, oh, like, nah, man, I like, my muzzle was so fucking sweaty, just so, like, and then, like, I was talking and, like, my mask, like, rubbed on my lips, so it's like, I'm glad I put on a good amount of chapstick because it basically just rubbed it all off. Yeah, dude, neither for me, man. It's the fucking it's the perpetual cycle of someone who is an extrovert. Like we're always the one texting first, and very rarely does someone text. Like there's been a couple times where I've gotten a good morning text or like something like that, but it's so fucking rare. You know what I mean? I feel like the only time I even really got that was like when I'm in a committed relationship. You know what I mean? And at a certain point, they're not like cutesy texts. Like I want something like that. Like someone who is more romanticized like myself, who will get enjoyment from sending and receiving good morning and good evening texts. You know, even if we're not able to text throughout the day, always have that moment for, you know, a little something here or there just to let you know you care. Like, ooh. I'll have to look into it because I love Victoria's Secret. And you had me at Silky because that's a pro tip, and I'm sure you knew this, but you don't do silk sheets, but silk pillowcases, because it will help with those crease and lines on your face as you sleep. But I could just imagine the silkiness on the inside. Oh man. I don't have my mask in here right now. I like my mask, especially because it's like it's a red color, and red actually looks really good. I mean, oh, we're wearing red right now, actually. Red looks super cute on us, which I'm living for my hair right now. Like, it's a really good length with my roots. My roots are actually pretty long. Um, like, usually if I was going to bleach my roots, I would be bleaching them now. But I'm growing out my hair, though. Oh, that's not bad at all. Oh, shit, they have sayings on them? Oh, shit. Nah, nah. Don't worry about that. Um, because I don't have money for it. It's the sort of thing like if and when I was to do that, it would be like if I got like a gift card. Because let's be honest, mass ain't going nowhere. Like everyone keeps talking about like, oh, like 2021, like ooh, like what? You gonna be still be wearing a mask? Like why you? Don't be surprised when next summer you're still wearing your mask in public places when you're by a bunch of people. Like as soon as I heard that it was a pandemic, like you know, I paid attention in history class. So I remember the influenza and the Spanish influenza. Like when the flu happened, you know, it was something like the Spanish flu was like 2 years that everyone had to wear masks and things like that, and then um, the flu or American flu. That was like something like 3 years or some shit like that, and that's how they got the and really what it was is like they had a vaccine after like 2 years, but people still chose to wear their masks because you know it was a precautionary sort of thing. Like people really seem to forget like it's fucking history. Like in the past you have factual times of people wearing masks for 2 years and really intense masks. You know what I mean? Like everyone was wearing, you know, the fucking like plague doctor sort of masks. Like it's flabbergasting to me. tater tater round sound. Mighty mighty delicious right now. All right, so we actually did pretty good on our B-day times. I mean, we have 5 days to complete it, but they're so simple. We only need to do 3 more cakes. Now, pretty sure we got the one in Nah, maybe we didn't get to Holly Hedges yet. Well, anyways, I know for a fact that Misty Meadows will be a good place to go. And Weeping. I feel like they both will have one. And then also Craggy and Steamy. But I can't remember. I know I did the one in Salty, but I can't remember if we went to the one in Holly. Oh. Jeebus. Whole body just sent chills down through me. I was gonna put Christmas music on, and it's like my body was like, bitch, don't even. Like, I am excited for Halloween, but I just love Christmas music. It just makes me feel good. Oh, I'm gonna have to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town we call home, we all sing praise to the pumpkin song. Hey, what? Yo, come on now. Find me. I was trying to put like a find D or some shit. And I'm like, I mean, relevant, but find me, not find the D. And if you do find me a D, preferably it be attached to a person who actually wants to have more than a casual relationship. Because seriously, I feel like my insecurity of someone only wanting me for my body is coming to fruition. Please don't say it so. I want someone to want me for my mind, body, and soul. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. I'm a little disappointed I haven't really seen anyone else rocking the birthday cake. Missed opportunity if they don't. Alright, Misty Meadows maybe? Actually, no, we're gonna go Craggy and then pop over to Steamy. You dig? I love that it does the celebration around the time of which I started playing 3 years ago, so it's almost like it's celebrating how long I've been playing Fortnite. Alright, birthday cake. Birthday cake. I said that birthday cake. Usually, I have not been wrong yet, but I feel like there is no cake, and this is worrying me, cause Craggy is like a more prominent named location. Like, why do they not have the cake? Like, I don't know how I feel about that. But no, if there's no cake here, this was the first one that I'm wrong on. Every other one, I was like, all right, this one's gonna have the cake, and it did. This one, I didn't see no cake up above. It's so crazy to me that Craggy didn't have a cake. My mind is blown. Alright, later. Aw, no worries, girl. I'm not into that sort of thing where, getting stuff. That's why I didn't respond. But um have a good night. Sleep well, or enjoy your evening, whatever it is that you're doing on this fine Saturday evening. Because it's already, like, it's 7:20 for me. That means that it's 10:20 for her. So I imagine you're probably headed off to bed. Thank you for chilling with me, girl. I appreciate it. Yes. Which, by the way, happy 420 somewhere to where it is 420 right now. I'm like, hey, 7:20. That means that it is 4:20 somewhere. I do like that we got to have a toke at 6:20, which was Hawaii's 420. Would that have been? No, that'd be 3 hours, not, yeah. A part of me wants to go back to Craggy to search because I'm just, like, in disbelief that it didn't have one, but we're not gonna do that. We're instead gonna go to Steamy. A part of me is like, but it's going right over it. Like, you could totally look. Pretty sure, like, because I already got that one, that one, that one. We got the one in Slurpee, got the one in Salty, got the one in Sweaty. Just surprised that there was none at Craggy. Yo. Seriously though, watching, like, other people's content that are just like hearty lulls, and then you also, like, they're easy on the eyes, I recommend. And I mean, beauty really is in the eye of the beholder, so. Alright, now. If there's no fucking cake here, I'm like, are you, really? Like, I'm shitting myself right now. Like, how do I not see any balloons here? Like, that is worrisome to me. Like, I'm in disbelief right now. What the fuck? Like, how is there... Okay. Okay. Well, apparently it's gonna be a lot more difficult to find these fucking cakes. I really am just in disbelief about how there's no tree here. Or cake, not a tree. Oh, I was trying to hit that riff. If I had. So sexy. Alright. I feel like Doom's Domain probably will have one. Well, let's go there. Still find it so odd that both Craggy and Steamy don't have a cake. Like, it just makes no sense to me, but whatevs. Alright, now, hopefully it didn't get destroyed. Yep, I see it. Oh, he's literally holding a balloon. That's so cute. He's holding some balloons. I think that's so cute. Big bad Doom with his balloons. Oh, balloons on the... Yeah. So maybe it's because Craggy and Steamy are partly cut off. Because I could see them doing that. I knew I should have put on a disguise. Heh. Mm. Feeling like I didn't get the one that was in Holly, so we're gonna go Holly, and then maybe Weeping, and that will be our last. Last cakes we need. I like the, apparently we get another back bling, so a little weird though that they didn't give us one for the second birthday. It's like now we don't have a full set. It's gonna be all weird, but that's okay. Because for the first one we got the cake, and then for second one we got the pickaxe with the 2 candles in it. We didn't get a back bling. So, I'm wondering how much you get. You must get a bunch with the third one. Maybe we're going to get both. Oh, a pickaxe and a back bling. That'd be cool. I mean, they know all the previous stuff they've done. You know what I mean? So, like, there'd be one here that we haven't gotten. One here that we haven't gotten, I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean? And then this one. Because that was the first one we got. Got Dick's, the Retail, the Lazy, the Slurpee, the Domains. Alright, let's get that Holly. We got that Salty Springs ones. That one was great. The one place that I actually thought I was going to die, the three of us were just emoting and dancing around the cake. It was wonderful. And then I walked away. Oh, I see the cake. Oh, no, okay, I did get this one. I definitely got this one. So, fuck. Well, that sucks for me. Because that means that, well, I could go into weeping. Oh, there's a riff. Let's do that. Tell me you don't have one? Because that may not. I don't see any balloons. Motherfucker. Balloons. What the fuck? Oh, someone tagged it. Okay. Oh no. It's a person. Come at me when I got a revolver, yo. It's creepy and kind of cool the way that implanted itself into the ground like that. Let's go up here and see if anyone looted the house yet. No? I'm gonna say not, considering that was still there. Yep, I can hear the boobies. Sweet. Gotta leave the awesome Bogan Bear. Everything else must go. I fucking have to pee so bad, but at the same time, I'm like, work that Kegel, bitch. But it's actually bad. So they actually say that when you're going to do your Kegel exercise, it should be on an empty bladder. And you should be sitting with upright posture or laying down is preferred. Upgrade machine over that way, but opposite of the way that we need to go. Plus we need a shit ton of stone. Hell yeah. Other than the third meeting of the day, we got like some consistent conversation in all Club Cottontail meetings, so I really appreciate it. Yeah. Had Georgia, had one of our new little fluffy Cottontails, Jamie, and then Tiffy Poo popped into this one. Which this is going to be our last one for today, like, whenever I decide to end this meeting at some time this, tonight, because it's only 7:39 for me. So I guarantee I'll be here at least for the next 3 hours. Just chilling with me, myself, and I, and anyone else that happens to, come on by. Enjoy some Club Cottontail with a me. Mon chéri. Mon amis. Ma chérie amour. Pretty little thing that I adore. Yo. Butterfly, thought you were a person. Thanks for that one. That needs to be a shirt. Like, butterfly, thought you were a person. Motherfucker. Fuck. I had to pay anyways, but goddamn. Humming fucking. Humming my diddly-ness. Fucking. Almost pissed myself just then. Jesus. Whew, BRB, as I really gotta pee now. Fuck. Cupcake. Dude, I am loving this new shampoo. So people have been telling me for years, especially with, moist being my motto, that I should be using the purple bottle, the Aussie brand. Well, purple's my favorite color too. Like, it just made sense to be using it. But I recently bought some of it, because my hair definitely been feeling dry. Years of doing all sorts of stuff to my hair. I really haven't let my hair breathe much in the last few years. I think I gave it like maybe a 6-month period of growing out, which I really want to try to do like a full year of growth, like essentially it would be from beginning of September, so September 2020 to September 2021. See where how much natural hair growth will be, and then still, I'll be able to dye this different portions, like, because this will fade, and then I'll re-dye it, make it vibrant again, so on and so forth. It'll just be like watching the blue move on. Eventually, like, I'll probably trim my bangs. I'm at a weird portion right now. I'm like, trim the bangs, don't trim the bangs, but I like having bangs, so I like having just a little something to cover my huge forehead. No, I mean, I have like a standard forehead, I think. Guess it'd be dependent on whose hand you use. sweet. Oh shit! Look at that. That's what's up. Shit. Now I just gotta. Well, Steamy didn't have a cake, but I think like Steamy and Craggy didn't because of it being cut off. Do you think Stark has the cake? Honestly, I'm gonna go Misty because I know Misty will have a cake, and we haven't gone there yet. So I'm gonna go to Misty Meadows, and it's perfect because it's literally we got one more match and then one more cakes. I was hoping that within today, even though we have 5 days to fucking complete it, like I wanted to get it within today because I just like using the old school with Kottontale Yonsei, and then we have the other previous items that were given on the birthday, which I just find it interesting that they also are doing a back bling for this one, like, but you're getting something else too, so cake is the back bling. What is the big three and cakey? You know what I mean? So, like, I feel like the big three would be that, but who knows? You know what I mean? We'll just have to see. I didn't look up and see what things we gonna get. It still freaked me out when we went to the one in Weeping, and someone had tagged this on the fucking cake. I was just like, what the fuck is this? Unlocks in 4 days. Apparently you can come across Wolverine. I have not came across him. Like, we would know if I had. From the sounds of it, it sounds terrifying from like the people who have come across him. So maybe I don't want to come across the fucking Wolverine. I don't want to come across Logan organically in Fortnite. Oh man. Oh man, so I did go to Disney Plus, but I didn't end up looking at a movie. I actually ended up watching Simpsons. Simpsons is on Disney Plus, and I've just been super into the Disney right now. Now they had sent me an invite, the Freak McAlsey one. I'm wondering if I'll send them one. Because we're in Club Kottontale, you know, so I'd rather people come this way, which, you know, I'll let them know, like, you are now in Club Kottontale. Most people are like, what's Club Kottontale? I'm like, my channel. So it's like, maybe I'll start with that. I'll be like, welcome to my channel, or, you know, something like that. Like, you're currently in my channel. Nah, Club Kottontale, always gonna, just doesn't feel natural to say my channel. Ooh, you know what? We should put sprinkles on. Oh, it looks so dope. It's perfect. Not gonna lie, I'm like stupid excited to be able to take off this second skin come Monday. Um, I know it's healing nicer though, cause it's itch, you know, like the normal itching that a tattoo will get. Um, No crazy spots. They said, like if you get a spot, like, I mean, probably around here, this probably would have had a bit of scabbing. Because she said that if you get, like, some spots where it's, like, burst, like, it looks like it burst underneath the thing, that's usually a spot where it would have naturally scabbed up, but because there was no place for it to go, it just over moisturized. So, like, I feel like this part was kind of like that. This part, the spots that, like, extra itchy. Although this has been extra itchy, but I think that's the location, because his face is so well done. Like, Patrick is so fucking cute. Like, they're all just, like, it's dude, she does phenomenal work. And what's great about it is that she's not known for this kind of cartoonish sort of thing. Like, she's known for her organic plants and animals and geoids and mandalas. Like, but she's done, you know, different sort of things for me. One, she does it because she likes the ideas, but also it does kind of push her out of her comfort zone. And you know, I trust her to do those sort of things, even though it's not, you know, necessarily her forte. But because, you know, definitely shows her, like, that she can, you know what I mean? Like, the Lisa and the Belle, they were her first ever, like, you know, out of the spectrum of sort of what she always does on a normal basis. And, I mean, it's just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. You know what I mean? And it's been, gosh, uh, 5 years since I got, you know, these ones, because I was on my 29th birthday is when I got these. So almost 5 years. On my 34th birthday, it will be 5 years that I got these. Gosh, she's so, just like, so good. Just the blush on her cheek, you know, the rosiness in her lips. She has perfect lips. Just everything about Belle is absolutely beautiful. And that's what I love about it, because for me, I am the Beast. Like, I resonate with the Beast more so than Belle. I definitely resonate with both of them, but for me, I feel more like the Beast. So, you know, having my Belle, you know, who's not just physically beautiful, but is caring and gentle and kind and takes the time to understand who I am. You know what I mean? And that's why I have Belle in my magic mirror. Because that's essentially what I'm looking for. You know, I'm a hopeless romantic looking for. That's what the Beast is. You know, he has all those things that, you know, for him, it was literally his ugliness that caused him to be cursed as the Beast. For me, I feel like all of my mental challenges kind of can cause a beast sort of thing in me. And I've gotten to a point of learning to accept me. And it's like I just want to find someone who would also to be able to accept me. And then also be able to, you know, help me when I can't accept myself, because there's sometimes when I'm just down on myself, you know. Alright, that's booty, so we will not hit that. Alright, I'm gonna send one to both. Because I know Ashley's not a big fan of playing in Club Cottontail, but, you know, if she's with Raymundo, that might be different. I don't know. You never know. You just gotta send and hope. Because they might just be playing a quick one while the babes are napping, or, you know, kids are eating dinner or whatnot, so they're doing a quick duo. Duo. Yeah, I don't know. These are things that we do not know. Oh, I see they're playing a duo now, so they probably found someone to play with. So, alrighty then. Okay. So my regular challenges, because I'm not gonna. There won't be any going to Doom's Domain to try to take on Doctor Doom or Iron Man at Stark Industries. Like, I didn't do this. I was playing with someone who had picked up the remains and had shot with it, which they shot for it with a little bit and then it exploded. So I definitely, a whole can of nope going on there. Ooh, you guys, this color right here is so beautiful. Just like this blue and then fading into this kind of like periwinkle. Oh man, which is like a very light purple, but more of a blue tinted purple. Kind of like how lilac is more pink tones in it. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful though. And my hair is so shiny, like it just looks soft, and it is. Like when I touch it, it just is. But see that whole thing is my natural hair color looks really good with blue. Like, and I know it does because at one point in time, I had bangs that were this long, and I had this much blue on it with my natural hair coming out of it. And then I had my natural hair color here, and I had, like, this much blue on the tips of my hair. So I know that my hair will look good in the tones that it is for a grow out. And I want to do that. I eventually want to have the hope. I get very indecisive with my hair, so the hope is that I grow it out long enough to where I can have all of this cut off and then either rock my natural hair color for a while and continue to grow it, or go to a professional place and actually have them, like, either choose a color like blonde. Let's be honest, I'd probably go back to blonde, or have them like choose a color. I'd be like, what color do you think would look good with my skin tone, my eye color, my facial structure and everything, and then just, do the whole, like, makeover sort of thing, because I've never really done that. I've never had a professional do my hair ever, but very rarely have I had someone else do my hair for me. I'm usually the one that dyes my own hair, because I know what I'm doing, and I know what my hair can do and what it can't do. But my hair is in the need of a grow out, so it's the perfect timing. Oh my goodness. Something's caught in my throat. The fuck? Don't like it. What's up? Ooh la. Nice, nice. That's what's up. I figured as much. Like the other night, I saw you guys on there, and then I saw you by yourself. Usually when I send an invite and you don't respond to it, it's usually because, like, you're either busy, just doing, like, a quick one or something like that. But hell yeah. I can just imagine that's, like, super cute. Just, like, I remember running some Fortnites when Rainbow was real young. Real tiny likes. Alright, so one more cake, which I'm pretty sure we had decided Misty Meadows for our last cake. I may even still just walk the birthday one, but of course switch it to the 3, which I still find it weird that we won't have a 2, like this was 2. I don't know. Weird. So weird. Alright. Okay, so we had our tea. I'm trying to remember what I ate. I know that I had cocoa this morning. Come on. I put physical food in me, right? If I can't remember the physical food, that means that it probably didn't happen. I know that we had our caffeinated tea, and we did have oh gosh, did I only have liquids today? I did have a root beer earlier. And I know that I had some Jolly Ranchers, but I don't think I ate actual food yet today. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. And it's because I have just like shit tons of anxiety because Rainbow's dad is here, and I no communication on the budget, so I had made a list to go to the store, and then when he told me how much was in the bank account, I was like, well, this list can't have happen, and I just had way too much anxiety to try to like write a more simplistic list. I was just frustrated, that I didn't know that that's how much was left in the account and stuff like that. Bye. Later. Peace. Um. So yeah. Damn. I need to make sure to eat something. I'm not hungry, so hopefully this helps us to be hungry. Fuck. I really haven't eaten. Because we had hot chocolate. Oh my god. Holy fuck. That's some fucked up shit. My breakfast was hot chocolate. Or a hot cocoa. My, like, snack was some Jolly Ranchers. My lunch would have been the root beer. And then dinner was my caffeinated tea. I'm so fucked up. I haven't eaten any food today. No. Oh man. It's okay, bitch. We just gotta like. See, what's fucked up is I'm nicely medicated with the mental right now, and I just don't even want to toke, but I know that it will help me to be hungry. But then I also like see the shitty part, and this is why I haven't eaten, is I have anxiety about going out and making myself something to eat. Mm. It's so messed up, like, obviously, like, my house has its advantages because, like, it's my house, but I don't feel comfortable on the weekends, when we're both around each other for a long period of time. And then next weekend, I'll be at my Sissy Wolf's, which I can't wait. But, for one, I'll have to sleep on a couch. I won't have, my sort of kitchen and setup and stuff like that. Like, it's like the lesser, there's always going to be something. And life is not easy. This is true. I wouldn't want an easy life. Life is meant to be difficult because it helps you to enjoy the good shit. But people, and toxic people at that, make it complicated. And that's the shitty part that makes life super stressful, is because people like to complicate an already difficult life. Because I had went out there earlier. I had to have eaten. Oh, we did eat. We did eat. I know we ate because it was at the beginning of my buddy's meeting. So we did put actual food in us. It just wasn't that much. I had 3 Wiener Wraps and then 1 biscuit. But we did eat actual food. So, yes, I'm glad that I ate actual food. I'm just hungry now. Kind of. Like, are we? Are we not? I don't even know. I think I am hungry, but I feel so much anxiety about going out there to make myself something to eat. Fuck. I definitely would never wish that existence on someone. Just like perpetual fear in their own home. And that's what he wanted, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I just gotta steady the course, be mindful, and then, once I have, the means to my ends and I can just focus on my house and my daughter and, helping her to learn and grow and live her life, you know what I mean? Like, and, to just be a positive reinforcement always. That's all I can do. Right now it's extra stressful because I have, the complication of the human being. And it's just like, he's always gonna be connected because it's my child's father, but I definitely look forward to not coexisting in the same house. And what's shitty is, like, I already know that, like, if I had more consistent social interaction, it would help me to deal with that more. You know what I mean? Because already feeling alone and then having someone be rude on top of it just makes you feel even more alone, you know? So it's like, fucking A. But, on that note, let's enjoy this Tokaloke. I'm almost thinking maybe bust out just my Jolly Ranchers, because that helped the last time that my tum-tum was starting to hurt a little bit. I should grab those first before we enjoy our toke. Man, you know what's kind of fucked up is that there's a good chance that my baby box could be booming next weekend. And I will be so sad if that's the case. I may still hang out with my FWB. It just means that I will be getting pleasure because I get pleasure when I give pleasure, but I won't be able to receive any because, the baby box will be booming. So, I won't want to do anything of that nature. But I'm still going to be down in, Vancouver because I'm going to see my sissy wolf. It'd be so ironic, like, really, like. But realistically, unless it starts, like, tonight or tomorrow, like, my baby box will be booming next weekend, so I'm just like, but it's okay, I'll just be honest, like, if they hit me up, like, hey, you're trying to chill, I'll be like, yeah, but, you know what I mean? Cause shit, I would just like to hang out in general. Human interaction. Human interactions. I fucking love you, Club Cottontail. And I'm super glad that we did gain some moisture earlier, Definitely needed that. And thank you again, of course, Tiffy Poo for chatting with us before she headed off to bed. That was super appreciated. I love that we always have a SpongeBob just saying, "I'm Batman." Love you. You're so amazing. Life is such an interesting and amazing entity. You do your best to enjoy it, and it will give back, and you're gonna have like, life isn't easy, you know what I mean, and there is gonna be people who make that even more difficult with their complications, but as long as you stay true to yourself and do what you have to, and, you know, if you need, everyone needs a moment to just feel all of the emotions and take your place to do that. You know what I mean? That's why I'm glad I created my Club of Cottontails, because this is a place where I can come to feel all of the emotions. I, on a regular basis, have someone telling me how, oh, you know, I just bitch and complain and yada 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 in Club Cottontail, and it's like, that's what you're choosing to hear and see, because anyone who actually tunes in can tell that's not majority of nearly of anything that Club Cottontail is. You know what I mean? I would. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's just like me chilling and talking about being yourself and, you know, striving to, you know, but who knows? Maybe majority of the time I am complaining about life, but, you know, some people's lives are more difficult than others, you know? I just, like, you know, someone's always gonna naysay and have something to say, so I'm just gonna live my life and hope that others do too, you know? Okay, where are we thinking this cake's gonna be? Right there? Yep. I see it. Coming for you, sweet, sexy cake. Oh, nice, we got a wrap. Okay, so we did get a wrap, but then you also get a back bling. See, so I'm feeling like you should get a pickaxe too, like, I don't know. Also, like, I know that we have just gotten a specific wrap. Nothing beats the sprinkle wrap, and it's so perfect. Yeah. What was in the movie? not realize that there was like someone else there? It's the only thing I can feel like that happened just now, like. I can't believe I got a fucking. I was like in shock. Oh, it looks so sexy in this wrap. Oh, I love the green color with it, and the sprinkles are all good. Like, oh, yes. It's so funny is the sprinkles I got, not because it was birthday or anything. I just liked it. I'm pretty sure that wrap came out. It came out forever ago. I like sprinkles, like a lot. It's edible glitter, you know what I mean? Like, obviously they make edible glitter now, but before that was in existence, sprinkles for me, and always will be, edible glitter. Like, that's what sprinkles look like. They're like glitter for cupcakes and cakes and whatever the fuck else you feel like making. Whew. No bueno. Hey, it's almost 4:20 somewhere, and actually, for Georgia and all our other UK Cottontales that are 8 hours ahead, 4:19 a.m. for you guys. 4:20. I don't got anything in that, but I can hit my motherfucking vaporoonie. Whoa. That was a nice little dabsy. Quite nice. Quite right and quite delicious. Alright, I just fucking hear boobies everywhere now. like hella concentrated to get that fucking boobie open. And then get my shield on before leaving, because I didn't want to leave anything behind that was in my loadout, so I needed to quickly put on the shield so then I could pick up my other shit before dip setting. feel like I'm gonna chop it and get in the chopper. Yeah, big old sprinkle chopper. Yeah. It's safe to go get that loot. I think it is. Let's go. Welcome back. How are the babes? All of them, yeah. The teeny tiny infant ones, but also the full grown ones. Bitch. Get the fuck out of here. God damn. Oh, look at me with my fancy building. All I want wanted was all of your guys' ammo. I don't even give a fuck about those fucking superpowers. Fucking A. God damn. Whew. I'm a little shaky after that, but... God damn. Whew. Irvin. Okay, we good. The ladies are good. Aww. Getting ready to do the feeding. Ooh, there's some slashers. Oh, yeah, well, the twins. The twins. We already ate. Damn it, I have to move. Okay. Okay. I was trying to use that. Thank you very much. Everything's happening on Mount Crumpet. And there's one, but there's still two people. I feel like we most likely took third. Like... Or like on the side of a mountain. I'm not a battle builder. Fuck me. That motherfucker is way up top. This guy's right here. and that other guy's still up top. Like, I mean, oh my fucking god. Oh man. Like, even if I had only killed him, that would have been the most phenomenal game ever. But we actually did have 5 other kills before him. That was the holy. Oh my goodness. Wow. Like, yo, I honestly thought I was taking third, and then when the other guy died, I was like, alright, GG on second. Yo. It made me sad because usually I have someone that I would send that picture, like send the accolades to, like, oh my gosh, look at what I did, but I don't have anyone um, that I would send that to. You know, and I'm already here in Club Cottontale, so that was awesome. Okay, so the big three is a spray, and then we get a back bling and a rep, which is so interesting because we already have a back bling. We've been using it. It's from number 1, Cake. And I like my sprinkles wrap more. Although, if you look, they have sprinkles on the frosting on this one. See, we've been using the 1. And now we have the 3. Which is interesting that they don't sit next to each other. I mean, I guess they're close to each other. It just feels like we should have a 2, and we don't. We have a pickaxe that's for the 2. It feels so weird. I mean, I'll run it, because it is the 3rd birthday. See, I like this a lot more than that. I don't like it. Oh my gosh. That fucking win was savage. 36th solo win ever. Oh man. God damn, that was nice. Oh, our next squad win is going to be our 47th squad win. Ah! Oh, it's going to be nice. That will definitely be like, we'll have to have like a celebratory bowl after that one. We're about to have one now because honestly, that last batch was so good. And I love that it, like, we didn't have this black back bling. We were using the one that was the number 1. But so fucking good. Like, so good. Just oh man. It was a great match because, like, we were just like, I was murder rating like that. Honestly, ooh, that's a good question, Cottontail. Replays, are they bogged out? Because they've been. That replay is gonna be a great one. Oh man, that's gonna be a good one. Yo. I feel like that's the birthday win. Well, and you know it's crazy. Uh, I don't remember. I was gonna say goodbye. Thought it was good. It's good to slightly think of you, but I love that we got a victory royale using our whole little like birthday setup that we had made for Fortnite's third birthday, which I'm pretty sure that it was like late July or August when Fortnite came to be. And a lot of people were wondering when they were going to be doing the birthday stuff. So I guess it is a bit late. Oh, goodness. Ooh, right here. That's a healing spot because it itches. It itches something fierce. Ooh. Just do the light dragging of the nails. That definitely is one thing that I'm happy that the second skin thing, because it kind of it gives it a barrier. It makes it to where I can shower and I don't have to worry about not getting it wet. You know what I mean? And I don't have to put any lotion, you know, bag balm, or I have a specific lotion that I get. It's called After Inked. After Inked. And that's the lotion that she gives me. But I don't have to put that on because, you know, the second skin is keeping the moisture in. Alright. Let's put a little bit of our cookies and chem sugar wax on top of this. Also, it's a perfect time for our 420 command. You're having a great hair day. I almost feel like we should run different. Cottontale Yonsei got it done, but who would... Aw, Mr. Mauser's. Definitely with the cake on his back. Big old gold kitty cat. And in that case, I will, at least once, use the hideous. See, I like this one of the birthday bunch. This was a good one. You know, it's not it's not hideous. That's cool. Very 90s. Very, like, 90s Malibu vibes. If I was... There it is. It's like if I was a hideous... It's just like I feel like the green should be, you know, slightly less fluorescent. Whoa. See, because this one, like... It's not... It can't be the same green. I feel like that's way more muted than this. And then the pink is brighter on this one too. It's more of a mauve-y hot pink here versus a fluorescent. Like maybe they were just going for a fluorescent feel. Who knows? like how it's zoomed in and, like, bouncing. Like, I don't fully understand why it's doing it, but I'm here for it. Alright, Jaded Rose is loaded to perfection. Nice little toke after what was a phenomenal match. I can't, yeah. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. No. We're definitely gonna watch the replay. Mr. Meowser preset is so good. I love the gentleman's dab. It's my fave. Dude, I'm sorry. I can't even remember what season. Hold on. It'll tell us when we go into him. Okay, so it would have been season 12. Chapter 2, season 2. I would be sad if I had not gotten to play that season, because that's how much I love Mr. Meowsers. Yeah, you bounce them pectorals. Like, I definitely have some other characters that are kind of like that. We come in here, my favorites. You know, we can see some of them. Ember being one of them. Dusk. Dusk is definitely one of those ones that, like, she makes me very glad that I got to play season 6. And I wish that I could have gotten a Victory Royale in season 6. I did not, because it was the Webella. I wanted it so bad, and we did not get it. But hey, you know, it doesn't happen. Demi is also another one. Like, I have some Battle Pass skins, and I'm just like, fuck, I'm so glad that, like, I got them. You know what I mean? But Mr. Meowsers is definitely one of those. And Deadpool, you know what I mean? He's from the Mr. Meowser season. Like, I know there's people who are disappointed that they didn't get this. You know what I mean? And because you hear people going like, can we get it in the store? And it's like, no, because it was, you know, that's the one advantage of someone who played it beforehand. You know what I mean? There's always going to be something that someone has that they want, you know? God, he is such a sought out skin, which is so funny. But I get it, you know, because if I didn't have Mr. Meowsers, I would be like, what? You're telling me that there's giant gold cat that you could be? Like, what? Like, I would be so sad. But we have him, so I don't need to have that FOMO. Don't need to have that FOMO no mo. Damn it. It started out as me, like, pretending to laugh at myself, and then, like, me pretending to laugh at it kind of made me laugh, too, because, like, I could feel the face I was making. I was like, ah, bitch, that's probably a really funny face, and then it made me actually laugh. And then I decided to explain it all, which makes it funny to me, but not funny to, well, it might still be funny to some other people. That's the best part about Club Cottontale, is that it's for me. Indeed. Hey, I thought I scrolled through all of you. Yeah, what about that? All them birthday challenges done. The only other things that I'd be doing would be like shotgun damage, catching the fish, shield potions, things like that. Oh, you know what? I at least want to see the end of this. I'm gonna fast forward and hopefully not do like a constant replay on some of the kills, but I do want to see, especially the end game, because like I had to build up to where the action was going on. It was just a lot going on, and I was starting to get a bit of anxiety because like I didn't want to end up in the storm. Like I hate having to battle out in the storm. But oh gosh, it was great. If you didn't get to see it, you're about to. All right, so I'm thinking. Okay, so 6 total. Wow. Yeah, so it is pretty like sparely put out. We have 2 at the beginning, and then we have our other 3. There's like blap blap blap, and then the one at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man, she looks so cool. Look at her. Oh man. I love it with the number 1 cake too, because it's like I'm number 1. I'm number 1. Watching her glide on in, doing her thing. I went for the cake, coming at it long, going down to get that cake. I want to watch her dance and do her thing. Get it, yeah. And then she eats a bunch of cake, because, yeah, cake. Alright. Bounces to get a little bit forward. I think this will take us to the kill. Yep. Let's pause. Okay, yep. They're right down there. Flap. Flap, flap, flap. And death. Alright. And the next one is shortly after this one. Okay, I hear it. I heard the thing. Yep, person over there. Solid. Ah, yes. We had person from afar. Thought they were hard. Blah blah, blah blah. And then... my slow ass building. I love it. Sometimes I build fast, sometimes I build slow. Alright, yeah. I see that person. They killed them. And I killed that person. Ah, that's right. I remember this. I was going to loot it, and this guy can't. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, him. He was getting ready to use his superpower. And it's just like, I'm just like, shotgun. Alright, now this is some crazy ass shit. So like, hold up, we need to back up just a little bit, because I'm gonna drone it out. Cause I wanna see. Okay, this way. Come on. Give me thy drone. Oh, fuck me. Okay. put the drone so far away from, like, where she be at. I mean, no sense. Like, do you see that? It's like, I don't understand. It's just like way the fuck over here. Like, although you can see all of that crazy fucking tower of build, like my little ass is all up in that. Okay, I don't even know why it's so far away, but what is that? Don't be playing with that. Okay, so that's how we take away all that. That's good to know. Okay, we're almost out of the storm. It's fucking take forever, but I want to see the contraption that I was in. Oh god, it's gonna take forever. Come on. I think at this point the storm circle had gotten so small that the drone will just be straight up in the storm. Fuck, is that person on top? Hold up. I think that motherfucker's on top. Figured out how to speed up the drone. Yay. That motherfucker is on top. And you have this guy in the middle, and then hold on, my bitch ass. Okay, that's great, you guys. This is the greatest thing ever. Hold on, can I pan out to where you can see all three? That guy's really high up. I don't think so, yeah. But we're both like kind of at the bottom, and then Broski. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, you can't even see the guy up there because he's okay. There we go. There we go. I'm so glad that my replays finally. Oh god, look at me building to save my booty, which was smart. Oh wow, that's how he died. Well, okay. All right, now this is where it gets. Oh man, I could just hear him up there. Yeah, yeah. Oh, this is where Oh, I want to see it from his point of view. Ah! 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 This is so just immaculate, yo. And then like, do I dance? I don't remember. I think I might. Maybe I was just in pure shock, so nothing happened afterwards. Yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh, because like it was a seriously crazy awesome end game. I'm just standing there like because I was freaking out IRL. That was great. Like like uh seriously. That makes me so glad that my replays weren't bogged out, because there for a hot minute my replays were so bogged out that anytime I went to go view them, there would just be nothing there. So it makes me so happy. Like, for one, like, I was curious to how the one guy died, because I'm not always watching the death feed, you know what I mean? So, least one more match using our sweet new blings for the back. We're level 70. I feel like if we just keep the pace, because if I can get to level 100, preferably even over level 100, by the end of this week, we'll definitely be on the right path to getting to level 190 before the end of the season. Because the end of the season will end in 5 weeks. So, well, yeah, because we're on week 5, so we have, yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what I mean? What, halfway? So I should be halfway, essentially. You know what I mean? By the end of this week, we need to be 100 to be a halfway, because, you know, realistically, if we wanted to reach level 200 by the end of a 10-week period, you know, we would need to be at 100 by the end of the 5-week period. Let's make sense. Alright, I don't have anywhere that we have to go. I think I'll land at Caddy as Mr. Meowsers. So dope. And by the way, thank you to anyone that has been lurking, twerking, watching incognitally, or watching this later on as posted content. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you... Wow, it is very neon, and it looks great against the gold Mr. Meowsers. That's phenomenal. God damn. Definitely shows up super fluorescent here. But anywhoosies, I hope everyone has had a, you know, good week. My week was long. Wasn't too bad as I got my tattoo, and last weekend had some good conversation. You know, the week was rough, but not as rough as it could have been. And that's why I definitely have to make sure to keep my mindfulness and just hopefully have a great weekend regardless of what I do. Yeah. Okay, this is so far not working out quite the way I would hope. Oh. Oh, come on. Litter box. Aww. Mr. Meowsers and then Kit. Oh, and he's got like a little box on his. That's so fucking cute. I've never noticed this in here. That is too fucking adorbs. Alright, let's... aftermath? It just kept, like, making weird sounds. I was like, what's going on? Fuck yeah! Hey, I never noticed that. That's badass. That's fucking sick. I love it because we always see it as the white Meowsers. You never see it as the wicked ones, so that's savage. Fuck out of Dodge. Oh, please say. Damn it, there's a boot on it. Yes, was the bit. But there is water. So, oh, we're not very far from the circle, anyways. It's like surrounded by chairs. How cute. We dubs the chair booby. I just realized that I was, and it's so funny that I realize that sometimes that I'll be like talking, but not out loud. Happens a lot. Sometimes it will super disappoint me, but I don't know, I'm feeling real good. Today was definitely a more mental high day, which I'm really thankful for because, you know, definitely feeling lonely, you know, romantically, you know, because we've been depleted for a while there, but also, just in general wanting to hang out with friends, so I definitely appreciate, you know, having people pop in, say hello, be able to chat for a little bit, or whatnot. Oh man, I don't, okay, that is, and that, oh man, this is gonna be intense, go, 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 go. Fuck, that like actually kind of scared the shit out of me, your son. Nice hit. And get some blue raspberry Jolly Ranchers. Top 13. Feeling alright. Some of them got away. I can hear you, but I can't see you. Oh shit. Wow, damn it. Oh, yeah, blue tactical. You know what I mean? Alright. Okay. Alright. I'm making some ice for my water. So, B. Right back, I also need to take my mug out. Okay, that took a little bit longer than expected. Because I guess almost an hour ago, Rainbow's dad put her down for bed and she's been squishing, which she does tend to do that. You have to be kind of stern with her. Um, and sometimes she just talks until she falls asleep. But I went up there and laid her back down, readjusted her pillow and everything. She should hopefully calm down, but that's one advantage of me being here at night is I can sort of assist with that sort of thing. I don't know, that's something that I really love, that 6 days out of the week I get the morning and the evenings with Rainbow, you know what I mean? That's something I definitely will cherish for the rest of both of our lives, you know what I mean? Alright. Well, past Amber decided to not grind us up any, which that's totally fine. We'll get some ground up now. I recently put it up, but I'm going to put it up again. Hey, 420 and Cuntent. Those two commands are ones that I use more frequently. Because, you know, they're the reasons why, well, not the main reason why, but they're good disclaimers to it being 21 plus. And one thing with marijuana is that in Washington State, whereas it's recreationally legal, you have to be 21 and up to purchase it. Kitty, kitty. I'm a kitty, kitty, kitty. I'm a cat. Perfect. Okay. They must be playing a duo while they wrangle the little one still. I wonder what, because this one's reactive, this one's styles, so it must be ones that have alternative things to it. That's wicked. I didn't know. This one I knew. I like to use these ones when I run my army men. Oh, whoa, that was... See, that's what I wanted to look at, is how it's the blue one, but I wasn't trying to straight up change it. Right. Oh, I was very intrigued how it's the preset of this one. Oh. Ones that we never got, because I don't really care about. I like the ding, 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 ding sound. I love the sound of it. Ah, yes, yes. Cute little Ollie. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Interesting. Well, I never used her. It's kind of like Creepily beautiful. This one gives me wasp sort of vibes. Ooh, that's savage. Oh, yeah. Rainbow everything. Do I want to continue to run this like this? Or should I switch it? Nah, at least one more with Mr. Meowsers. But Foist, Jaded Rose needs to get reloaded, will be the last toke of the evening. I foresee like half hour to an hour left of this Club Cottontale meeting. It's almost 9:30 p.m. for me. I do want to make myself some food, and then either watch Simpsons or something, just to chill, relax, maybe paint my fingernails, because I've been kind of thinking about doing that, because I've have the two painted, and I kind of want to paint the other ones, but no, I may do a mask. I have quite a few different Ipsy products. Like, I'm glad that, I was able to have the stuff, while I did. It just gives me things now that I can do some self-care stuff, which one of the products, I'm hoping I can find it outside of Ipsy. It was called Cannabliss, and it was probably the most phenomenal everyday cleanser I have ever used, and I wanted to get more of it, and I always meant to go onto the site, but there's always so much going on IRL, and then, it's like I finally no longer allowing blinders of manipulation, so I really just kind of put my money only where it's needed. That's why, like, my line work was the last frivolous thing. Because I stopped a lot of my subscriptions, and I stopped all of them, actually. Like, at first I stopped one, and then I stopped all of them to have that money towards going towards this, and all that money wasn't going towards it. So it's just like, it's clear that I basically just have to kind of take it for face value, and that's where I'm living right now. Is it's somewhat coexistence, with some kind of co-parenting. Um, you always hear about like great co-parenting. Like, I come across this thing of like, oh, this is my dad mowing my mom's lawn. They've been divorced for X amount of years, but he knows that she has bad knees and, can't do it because their stepdad was out of town or something like that. And I'm just like, my ex would never do that for me. But that's because in my situation, he hates me. So I just like, I don't foresee a future where we go to events together, and if we do, it'll be the sort of thing like I really am just pretending. And once Rainbow is over 18, you know what I mean? Or if she's older, like, because when I was older, I asked my mom a lot of questions, and she didn't know how to take some of them on, because when you have a 16, 17-year-old asking certain questions that you're like, like I was going to tell you when you're 18 type of thing, like I probably would, because if my daughter was coming to me with something that I'm like, and she's like, I just kind of want a yes or no answer, and, I want to give it to her, especially if she's old enough to comprehend asking me about it. So, I don't know. I just like, I'm going to stick to doing what I can for my daughter and make sure one thing that's really important is no matter, unfortunately, how he treats me, as long as he is good to her, um, and that's what frustrates me, is that, he does need to work harder on, like, he bought himself energy, but didn't end up drinking it, like, and I don't know why, and I heard, it doesn't matter, I just, All I have to do is focus on the things that I can do for her. You know what I mean? And make sure that she spends time with her dad because that's important. You know what I mean? Unless it is known and seen toxic behavior, because then I don't want her around that, you know? Like, if I was doing something toxic, I wouldn't want to do it either. And I'm very mindful, you know what I mean, of how I am. And it's so frustrating because, like, I have been isolated because I am a stay-at-home mom. And they always say that even a stay-at-home mom that has a support system is still isolated and still alone and stuff like that. And I don't have, like, a support system. I don't have a loving, you know, kind of situation there. So it's like, it's really crazy, you know what I mean? And it definitely dredges up my own sort of thoughts and feelings and insecurities about the fact that I came from a broken family. Like, my mom and dad divorced when I was very young for right reasons, but like, I just had always such a crazy childhood. Like, I remember crazy things happening in my childhood, and I just want to make sure that that's not the case for my daughter. Right now she's super young, that for the most part she just needs to know laugh, love, and playing. You know what I mean? Um, I'm doing a really good job of that. But by the time that she has to go into school, I want it to be a not stressful zone. That's something that frustrates me, is that I wanted her to be potty trained already, or at least trying to. I don't, like, we haven't even begun to try to potty train her. Like, I don't know how long it's going to take her because we haven't even gotten to that point, because the IRL situation is so frustrating, because if we're not co-parenting, there's no way that we can come together to get her potty trained. You know what I mean? I can barely get him to feed her dinner when I feed her dinner 6 days a week. You know what I mean? I think it's really fucked up that, 6 days a week she's getting dinner at, the same time, and then one day a week she gets it an hour sooner, almost 45 minutes sooner, for what reason I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, he obviously hasn't listened to me, but it's just like, and it's frustrating because I try to tell him those things and he thinks that I'm coming at him on like his character, and it's like, it's just for her. Like, she needs that steady routine because that's how she learns, and uh, and that's another reason why I got to make sure to get social interaction, so then when I have all these depleting things throughout the week, it's getting, like, it's just shitty. Like, I don't have anyone to really text every day. Like, I have people that say, "Oh, message me," and then like I do, and they, it's not, it's never the way that they had, intended, and that's because it has to happen organically. You know what I mean? You can't force that sort of everyday connection to where you want to text or reply back to, really, someone who's texting you, on an everyday basis. Like, I haven't had someone who wanted to text me every day since, like, hashtag money, which honestly makes me sad because I haven't even talked to her in almost a year. October of last year was the last time that, like, I texted her and got, like, a response or anything. Like, it sucks. So, I haven't really had. I've had a lot of different people in that time span. You know what I mean? Like, text a person for. Yeah, no, like, the most consistent time span that I ever got was, like, maybe a week, and that was recently. You know what I mean? And I am 100% positive that the only reason they even responded back and quickly as they did is because they were just trying to get the physicality of me. You know what I mean? So it's like, I definitely would rather be single and always focusing and evolving myself. That's something that, like, I'm glad that I've had this concept for quite a long time now. Is most people are like, you need to, like, find yourself after a relationship. Like, okay, for one, I'm constantly evolving. So even if I'm in a relationship, I'm constantly evolving. And when I get out of a relationship, I definitely take time for myself. I always do that. Um, I don't know why people assume shit when I go, you know, oh, what's your, you know, relationship status? Like, I'm single, but when I'm getting more serious with someone, I like, I have to tell them I'm divorcing, I'm separated, like, because I'm legally married. And then people just automatically assume that it's like fresh or some shit, and it's like, bro, like, it's been over a year of single separation, and it's been almost a year of straight up singleness, because November 1st, 2020 will be 1 year since I was like, never again will I try to make a marriage work with you. You know what I mean? And it's been a crazy year, you know what I mean? Lots of crazy feelings and emotions. And I still find it crazy that it was like two, almost 3 months, because it was the end of January. So 2.5 months had passed of being officially single, because we had been separated, but it was, there was still tons of red flags at the end there. I don't know why. Like, I remember pretty vividly too, the conversations I had with myself on, like, we know that this is bad, like, we should just cut it off. But then also, I just, like, the logic was, like, we need to give it, a few months. Like, we need to try. Like, we got married to this person. Like, that's a huge commitment. You know what I mean? And it's crazy when you make the commitment with someone who is a straight up manipulator, because they just really don't care. You know what I mean? So that's the weird place that I'm at. And it's like, I haven't had romantic affection ever, because every affection that he gave me was fake. But I haven't even had that fake affection, in like 4 years now. Now it's been like 4 years. Um, so it's like, no affection in 4 years. Been single for over a year. Like, I'm ready to date. That's why, I have been trying to, and it's so frustrating because, just so many people making so many assumptions. But that's okay, because that just means that those are connections that aren't supposed to flourish, and it's good that's happening, because that's the universe going, like, this doesn't, like, no matter how you feel about this can't happen. And if some of those connections, like, sometimes you just have such a strong connection with someone that, you feel it, and it's like, okay, it's not going to happen now, but a year down the line, who fucking knows? You know what I mean? So, that's where we're at. Same old, talking to me, myself, and I. Because that's what Club Cottontail is for, just talking to me, myself, and I. People think that I'm talking to other people, like, and there could be someone else here. There could be someone right now, incognitally. There could be someone watching this as posted content. But when there's no one actually chatting, typing to me, I am talking to myself. And that's okay. Because that's exactly why Club Cottontail exists. But it is funny, because a lot of people assume things, and it's like, I wish people would make less assumptions and ask more questions. That should be a motto. Less assumptions, more questions. But yeah, I can only assume that, like, they couldn't, or like maybe Ashley didn't want to play via Club Cottontail. But either way, I could join them, but I would be tempted to not want to talk at all. And that would be shitty, because we might get our 47th squad win, and I'd want to be able to be all happy about it. So I think we'll just finish our bowl and then do another solo match until I feel like ending. To definitely, I need to make myself food. So even if I don't make the fried ramen like I want, maybe, I mean, I should have put that in long ago if we wanted to have that. Commit for the lasagna. It fucking, We'd be up for a few hours. Um, but I'm trying to think. I don't want cup of noodles, but we do have cup of noodles. Um, I could make my pizza grilled cheese. So I'm pretty sure it was in Food Prawn, a food channel, a food group I'm in. Um, but I had saw a grilled cheese sandwich, but pizza style. So mozzarella cheese and pepperoni in it. It was so fucking good. Might make that, quick, easy to make. We have tater rounds. I do have tater rounds and chili. Can make chili cheese fries essentially. Um, which that actually probably will be what I would do. I think what I'll yeah, I think that's exactly what we'll do. Man, I love my tattoo. I mean, I'm gonna join them, but I'm gonna do mime amber. You can see my lips moving, no talking. That's mime amber. But I think I'm gonna join, but then like mute everyone, because if no, because I still like I ended up getting a lot of Victor Rosales with them, and I just like I don't want everyone to be like, well, no, because I don't know. Like, maybe not. Maybe we will just play by ourselves. I'm so hard up to play with people. So lonely. I do. I hope that at some point in my life, like, um, I just like get more hanging out. You know what I mean? Um, because it just doesn't feel like it was always easier when, I would just allow the ambers to hide who we were because it would make it to where I could work, and we got a lot of social interaction while we worked. That was a huge reason also why I ignored a lot of my health problems for years is because, you know, it kept me, like, whereas it was super stressful, it kept me energized with just my social interaction, Like, I have social anxiety, which was definitely debilitating and crippling when I was younger, but I also knew that I just loved being around people. You know what I mean? And that's one thing that I've always kind of felt like an oxymoron. An oxymoron is something that contradicts itself, or basically, like, it's the opposite. You know what I mean? Like, it would be like going, I don't like tomato sauce, but I like tomatoes. You know what I mean? It's kind of a contradiction of itself because tomato sauce is tomatoes. You know, or gosh, I mean, I can't even think of any of them right now, but there's quite a few. I'm a very much a walking oxymoron. But I know that I have people and that appreciate me, and it's just lives are so busy, but I just miss having, someone that I can text every day. Like, I know that I have people that I can send a text and, get a response back every so often and stuff like that. And I do try to, like, be appreciative of what I have. It's the best way to do it. But I really miss having a person to text every day, not even just romantically. Like, obviously, I want that, and I do miss that, but just a friend, even. You know what I mean? Because I don't really have a friend that I necessarily want to text every day, and I do reach out and message people when I want to, and like I kind of think about it, but at the same time, it's like, what am I gonna say? You know what I mean? And a lot of them, like the stuff that I want to talk about, like their reactions are usually not that great, and that's why I don't want to talk about it. And it's like vicious cycle, vicious cycle we are in. I tell you what. Whoa, that's trippy how this says 77 and this says 55, but you already know they're fucking playing together. That's some trippy shit right there. Trippiness. Oh man, seriously? So the braid that I put in this time around, the placement's so good. It just like it feels so much more organic. And it's smaller, which I feel like goes in nicely with everything. Um, but I definitely like after I wash my hair and it's fully dried and everything, I just like putting in a little braid. Like I think that's definitely going to be something that's I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do it every single time because I definitely kind of have to do things as I'm feeling it. You know what I mean? But which, gosh, I've been deterred from it because even though this is like a second skin, I don't really want to submerge myself. Whereas I don't really think my arm would get submerged at any time. I'm just kind of leery of taking a bath. You know what I mean? But I do hella just like want to chill in the bath, watch Simpsons, and like eat fruity Tootsie Rolls because I would definitely eat my, oh god, that feels good. Itching my ankle. I definitely eat my chili tater rounds before, my chili cheese tater rounds to be exact. Eat those before getting in the bath. Although, I have eaten all sorts of things from baths. I love baths. That's one thing that, like, I could work around a small room, you know what I mean? But my bathroom and my kitchen kind of need to be big. You know what I mean? Um, Bathroom especially. This bathroom's not very good, and especially where the mirror is at, like my arm hits into things and it's frustrating. Um, like it's just not comfortable. Like I like to be able to have movability. You know what I mean? Um, and then a nice, spacious tub slash shower. Like I need to have a tub that I can get nice and submerged in. That's something eventually, maybe at some point in my life. Again, I'd like to purchase a property that I get to make the way I want, and that time around it will be exactly the way I want. So, like for example, when I moved in here, it was constantly butting head and fighting with the person I purchased the property with, Rainbow's father. I wanted so badly to paint things. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm gonna cry. Damn it, no, bitch, please don't. But I always wanted to paint my room or things like that, and you couldn't because it was renters. Like you had to ask your landlord, and most of the time they said no. When you own your own home, you can do anything you want to it. It's yours. And I was so excited to paint rooms the color I wanted to paint them and get curtains to go along with them and just do that whole thing. And I didn't get to. And I never really understood why, but I mean, it makes sense now why. But definitely the next time around. Wherever I move, like, for one, I'm gonna ask before, if it's a place I'm just renting, I'd be like, hey, I already know what color and what room I want to do it. Can I do this? You know what I mean? And I'm hoping they say yes. I'm hoping that the next place that I go, I can really customize it the way I want. And I've thought about doing that here, but because I know that I'm not going to get to stay here for any real extent amount of time, it's just going to be a few years at that, and it's eventually going to go to someone else. I don't want to change it because it will be more sellable the less unique it is, if that makes sense. So right now everything's just cream with white molding. It's really, it's not just all white, but it is very kind of like, okay, that's the extra skin. I was like, oh my god, you're itching your tattoo. Um, it's more sellable because it's not unique. Like in this room, I had wanted to paint one wall black, and the other one was I was gonna have another wall be purple and another wall be green. Like, it'd be very unique. Like someone would like it, but the chances of someone liking this is better because then they can customize this to whatever they want. You know what I mean? But it's okay, because I am glad that this is one thing I definitely have a takeaway from this, is like, if this is what I'm able to build on such fakery, you know what I mean? Me being real, but the other half being completely fake. Can you imagine what I'll get with 100% realness? Not just 50%. Yo, like, oh. So, whereas right now is extra rough and complicated, there's always some kind of goodness within the roughness. And Rainbow is a constant goodness. That's one thing that I'm so thankful, so thankful to be her mother. I'm gonna do it for myself, but I'm gonna do it for her. I'm gonna get you, you little bastard. I see you. Come here, come here. No, don't go for my foot, bitch. Come here. Did I get you? Did I get you? Did you fly away? I don't know. I might have gotten it, but it also might have scattered away. I don't even know. I think I might. Do we want to play a last match? I might be good. I think it's almost 10. Had a nice little chitty chat and a toke with me, myself, and I, and any incognito Cottontales, or those of you watching this later on as posted content. I hope everyone has a good rest of their weekend. Unless tomorrow is just like an unbelievable show, there won't be any content tomorrow. I will be, attempting to just, like, even if I don't sleep in, just relaxing and just 100% taking, from when I wake up till I take back over at 4:30 in the afternoon, just taking it for myself. Hopefully, I'd love to have some company, like, whereas I, like, say take it for myself, like, it's so funny when I say that. A lot of people are like, oh, now she doesn't want to hang out with people. It's like, no, like, I'm resorting to this because I don't have anyone to hang out with. That, like, that's been an age-old story, is I just have a lot of friends that are very introverted and kind of insecure, so it's like, it's very an interesting world with the friends that I have, but I love them all. Ooh, that was booty. Well, it was like half booty. Well, until next time, which only truly the universe knows when that will be. But until then, please always be kind to yourself and everyone else. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Ooh.